Hey, on the channel for WWE Superstars Series 17, we got Axe, we got Smash, we got Crush, we got Demolition.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Superstars unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we're up to Series 17 with Crush, Axe and Smash, Demolition. But for all your Demolition needs and a whole lot more, I'm not exactly sure, as these are Walmart exclusives, and Walmart, as we know, is a struggle for the Superstars line. We'll see what happens in the future here. But you know, the future is now, as far as this unboxing, is we're going to do it like we do all the other ones on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And pretty darn cool to get Demolition in the same wave. Hacksaw also included. We'll unbox Hacksaw in a separate video. But very cool to get all three. Just get that Demolition thing done right here. And I would not be shocked to see Crush in Kona Crush gear in the future in this line. Same thing, I could see Repo Man down the line in the Superstars line. We'll have to wait and see, but I think a lot of us are happy we got Demolition, and you never know what might happen with these contracts. Let's get Demolition done while we can do it, and we have it right here. And that being said, there is meat on the Demolition bone. A lot of different face paints, as we know. Maybe future Demolition repaints in the future. We'll see, but let's start it off. Let's go to Axe first. I always thought Axe was the leader of Demolition. Still sticks with me that way. Looking very good here. WWE Superstars, 8 and up, Axe on the packaging, and then Axe in the front as well. Demolition's Axe. And then on the back, you got the cross-sell going on. Axe looking only like an Axe could look. UPC, jibber jabber, nothing else. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what all the fuss is about with Demolition Axe. See you later. Can we get a mass superstar? I don't know if that'll be in the cards for the Superstars line, but I wouldn't turn it down. I would not turn it down. All right, we got heads, we got hands, we got all kinds of fun here. Bam! See you later, goodbye. Plastic Axe Prison. Get the scissors out here because you know we got twist ties. You can't have WWE Superstars without the twist ties. We know how that goes. And can we get them all, though? That's the question. A little disheveled out of the package here for Axe. It's a guy that's seen some things. He's been through the war. And I'll never forget as a kid watching No Holds Barred, of course, the Hulk Hogan movie, and seeing Axe in that movie, but not Axe. And I remember just noticing, I'm like, I've seen that guy before. See you later, goodbye. Realizing it was Axe. And at that time, I never knew Axe was anything but Axe. I didn't know about his other gimmicks and Mass Superstar, stuff like that. So that was an eye-opener for young Kyle. Same thing with Stan Hansen. Like, wait a minute here. Very cool. And this figure is very cool. And we got some surprises going on with this one. Let's dive into the hands first here. We got the what you gonna do, brother hands. Of course, Axe and Smash always pointing that finger in your face, ready to go. You got the jazz hands here, of course, just song and dance, man. When they're not beating people up in the ring, they're doing show tunes back in the locker room. Got the jazz hands going on. Got the 2 fists of fury. You gotta have those as well. And then you got the Hitchhiker He-Man hands out of the package. But the first of many plot twists with this figure begin with this second head. I thought it was just a Demolition mask, but it's actually a full-on head right here. Soft plastic mask, but it is not removable. But you got the eyes and stuff behind there. And as they say, Todd McFarlane, the eyes are the window to the soul. I don't know if you've heard that or not, but we got that going on here. I like that a whole lot. That is for sure something different here for Axe. Very, very cool. So we do have that if that is your thing. Now, diving into Axe here, we're going to start with the head sculpt on this one. Got the tongue out. Normally, I'm not a tongue out guy. I'm a tongue in guy. But they pull that mask off, and the tongues were always out. So on brand right here. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. Silver and red face paint looking beautiful on this one. Love to see it. And then you got that long hair in the back. Long hair, short hair, slicked back going on. Looking good. Looks like Axe all day long. But another surprise with this one, I didn't realize the vest was going to be pleather. I assumed, and we know what happens when you assume, Todd McFarlane, that this is going to be like the molded on hard plastic. So that's a nice different touch here. You do got the forearm guards here with all the spikes on it. They are rubber. They look to be the same ones we've got with the Elites, I believe. But we've got very similar ones with the Elites. We do got the straps. He's got his strap on is what Axe has right here. He's got that going on, looking pretty good over the top. Chiseled body. Axe was never quite this chiseled, but that works for me. You got the black trunks on here with all these silver polka dots as well, looking very nice. And then you got these polka dots down here on the boots, looking very good. The black knee pads as well. No doubt about it, it looks like Axe to me. I am here for this one. And we'll walk through articulation with one of these guys. They're all obviously going to be the same. But Axe playing a lot of hits right here. Love the looks of this one. These are better than I thought they would be. I like this pleather vest. Would have loved to see the pleather chaps on here. Have to imagine we got a Demolition coming sometime down the line with the pleather vest over the top and the chaps. I feel like that has to happen. But now we move on to Smash. Normally I'd go alphabetical, but I feel like you got to go in order. And I always felt like Axe was first because he was. Then Smash came. And then Crush came down the road. And then Hux came in. Watch out for Hux and Blaster and all those other Demolition members. Looking good here for Smash on the front. Demolition Smash on the back. Old Barry Darso. Looking good. See you later, goodbye. And I think there's a lot of Barry Darso meets. See you later. Can we get the golfer Barry Darso? Can we get the Blacktop Bully? Can we get the Repo Man? Can we get Crusher Khrushchev? Can we get more Smashes? Can we just get straight up Barry Darso? Who knows what might be in our future. But I'm here for all of them. There it is. I think we're ready to party. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. All right. And then we got hands and helmets and all kinds of stuff. I would assume same hands across the board for all these guys. I would imagine. There we go. Bam! Up over the top. And yes, I would imagine, right, same hand breakout for all these guys. Makes sense. Why would you do something different? And then we get that head as well for Smash. You got the eyes back there. Oh, he's going crazy. Very cool to see that. And then much like Axe, is the exact same body all over again. It really looks to be. Makes sense, though. They're going to get the most out of their molds. We know how it's done by this point. But you got the exact same body going on between these. And like I said, it makes sense. I don't hate it, but it does feel like it should have been something a little bit different. But you do got the vest over the top. You got the forearm guards. You got everything going on here. And the big difference, obviously, is going to be the head. Got the long hair for Smash. You got the red up there. Very classic Smash. When I think of his face paint, this is the classic face paint I think of. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. And that pesky tongue back out there. Demolition, always catching flies with those things. Looking pretty good. Now, a big miss here for me is no tattoo on the arm. We always remember him from his tattoos on the arm. That's how we knew he was the Repo Man once upon a time. So that is a bit of a miss. But besides that, it is still good. It's not the end of the world there, but would have liked to seen it. Is what it is. But there's old Smash playing a lot of hits here. I like it, though. I don't know which one I like better. And gosh, now I'm torn, too. I just thought of this. How do I display these guys? Mask on, mask off. Do I have to get 2 sets of these? I already got another set for my unpunched collection, but I almost feel like I need another set with the full-on gear and then one with no gear going. Different hands, of course, to make them different. Oh, boy. Hard collector problems, let me tell you. But we're going to finish it off with the later days of Demolition with Crush. I had no problems with Crush coming. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I was a little kid. I thought it was cool. Loved it when he came into the Hasbros as well. Got to have 2 Smashes in my collection. Never forget. Crush looking good. Seen a lot of reuse here. We'll walk through articulation with Crush as well. Superstars once again. Series 17, 8 and up as we know. Jibber Jabber UPCs. Usual hits being played. Whoa, there it goes. See you later, goodbye. And then we got the Baggy O'Doom once again. Are we going to see a recurring theme here? I would imagine we will. Yep, same exact hands all over again. Once again, see you later, goodbye. Makes a lot of sense. We get Crush's helmet here, and you know it's Crush behind those eyes. But it looks like he's got a little Kona Crush in him there. So we'll see where that goes in the future. Plastic Crush Prison here. Interesting paint on Crush. I don't know. Is this his most iconic paint? You guys tell me. I don't think so. I can't really picture which one I would want, though. And I do like the differences between Ultimates and Elites. Sometimes you get the same old stuff going on. Jeez, that was a terrible see you later. Watch out. Watch out. Get these off my table. What are we doing here? There it is. But we're diving into Crush here. We're going to crush them like a young Megadeth back in the day. Interesting look, though. The red and black attack. I don't know about that line down the middle of his nose. I don't know if I like that. But he's got his tongue out once again. These guys are all ready to French kiss at a drop of a hat. They're a wild bunch, that Demolition. You know they are. Looking very good. We got the same body once again. Looks to be the same thing all over again. As we know, you got to get the most out of your molds. We know what's up with that. We know what's up with that. Forearm guards looking very good. You got the jacket once again. All the usual stuff. We got that mullet's on fire here, like a young Billy Ray Cyrus. Looking very nice. Now, articulation, arms do go all the way around for us. Side to side, single jointed elbows. Hands back and forth, side to side, removable. Head is removable as well, so you can put the Demolition mask on if you need to. Waist articulation. Demolition splits, looking good. Leg goes up for the kick to the nuts, I guess. Single jointed knees, side to side. Boot cut, side to side. Ankles, side to side, back and forth. Playing all those articulation hits for the superstars here. And Crush representing for the team of Demolition. Would have been cool to get tag team title belts with these guys as well, but there's only so much you can give us, I guess. But Crush looking pretty darn good. Axe and Smash looking just as good. One of my favorite tag teams of all time. So fun to get these guys in a group, all in the same set. There's something fun about completing a team. And you can see him putting Axe and Smash. We'll get Crush later on like they did in the original Elite line. But I'm glad they all went right here. And they also had a little friend here, another partner, old Hacksaw in the paint. Wish we would have had the helmet for Hacksaw. Is what it is, though. But very cool for this wave here of Series 17. I love that Hacksaw came with the extra head with the face paint to go with these guys. Just a nice little touch from the Mattel team as well. A lot of fun here. Really, the only negative I had with this set is the same bodies across the board. I understand it, though. But I think Smash should have had his tattoo. I think we can all agree with that. But I do like the new helmet scheme there. That worked pretty good as well. So a lot of fun in this set. Hopefully they hit Walmart's one of these days. I'm not holding my breath. You shouldn't either. But we'll see what happens in the near future with Demolition and Hacksaw Jim Duggan and the rest. Or I guess Series 17, not the rest. This is the Series 17. But what's your thoughts on these? Pick up, pass, long game, no game, not so sure game? Be very interesting. Is there people out there that'll get just Axe and Smash but leave Crush out? That's an interesting thing. It's always weird when you see like the Young Bucks or the Hardy Boys and Jeff was taken but not Matt or whatever, you know, the Jacksons and stuff. Will we see that with this set eventually? Will we see Crush left on the pegs but Axe and Smash gone? Or in a plot twist, will somebody buy Crush and Smash and leave Axe? I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens in the future. But let me know your thoughts on these three and Hacksaw if you want to in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to both my YouTube channels, 2 channels with content every single day. Check out YouTube channel memberships. Check out Patreon to support the channel. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available where podcasts are found. Video cast on YouTube as well. Don't forget that each and every single week. Appreciate all the support across the board. So for Axe, Smash, Demolition, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan too, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?